Hey, what's happening guys? Welcome back to Gadgets Portal. This is Shukesh. Today I will be doing a very interesting battery discharge speed test in between these four premium devices. I will also check the temperature and the video will be very long, at least 15 hours. Let me first introduce these devices and their battery capacities. On my left I have iPhone 7 Plus with a 2900 mAh lithium ion battery, which is right now fully charged, and it's also the 32 gig version. The screen size is, as you know, 5.5 inch with 1080p resolution. Next we have the all new OnePlus 5 64 gig storage version with 6 gig of RAM. The battery is lithium polymer 3300 mAh. The display size and resolution is same as iPhone 7 Plus. The next device is Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus with a 3500 mAh lithium ion battery, and the screen size is, as you know, 6.2 inch, and I've set the resolution to Quad HD+. The last device is the OnePlus 3T, and I want to actually compare OnePlus 5 and OnePlus 3T since you have got a bigger 3400 mAh battery, though it's lithium ion. The last device is of course the timer, and it's actually Xiaomi Redmi 4. Well, before I start, I want to quickly mention that Wi-Fi is on and also the location is set to high accuracy. The screen brightness are also same at optimum level for indoor visibility. The wallpapers are identical, as you can see. All the background applications have been disabled, and I have also turned off sync. There is also no SIM card installed. If you are a Samsung user, you know that you still get a network bar on the notification panel, but that doesn't mean you have a SIM card installed. The OS as well as the applications are also up to date. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to check is the screen off standby time. So let's start the stopwatch and cut off the power supply. To get more accurate results, I will come back after around 10 hours, so stay tuned. Guys, I'm back. It's almost 10 hours on the stopwatch, so let's check the battery status. Well, OnePlus 3T is at 87%, that is 13% lost in 10 hours. At this rate, it's around 3.2 days screen off standby time, considering the battery size 442 mAh is lost. Well, OnePlus 5 is at impressive 93%, that is just 7% is lost. At this rate, the standby time is around 5.95, that is almost 6 days, so that's really great. Considering the battery size, it's 231 mAh. Now you must be wondering how the battery level of iPhone 7 Plus is still at 100% even after 10 hours. Well, if you are an iPhone user, you know that Apple devices maintain the 100% battery mark longer than usual, but it's not of course possible. There must be some trick, like some amount of battery is reserved, and this is to give you an impression of longer battery life. But I have to admit here, iPhones offer really excellent standby time. In fact, I have checked the standby time of iPhones at lower battery levels, and it's better than most of the devices in the market right now. S8 Plus on the other hand is at 95% battery level, that is around 8.3 days of battery life, which is more than both OnePlus devices, and the battery used is actually just 175 mAh. So in this test, the winner is iPhone 7 Plus, followed by S8 Plus, OnePlus 5 and OnePlus 3T. There you have the OS and the UI versions. You can pause here and check. The next test will be on screen on time. It will be around 1 hour long. Guys, I'm back, so let's quickly check the battery status. Well, the battery drain on the iPhone 7 Plus is 7% this time, that is approximately 14.3 hours of screen on time, which is not that bad actually. 203 mAh battery has been depleted. Now let's compare OnePlus 5 and OnePlus 3T. OnePlus 5 lost 5% battery, that is approximately 165 mAh, much less than 203 mAh of iPhone 7 Plus, and the screen on time is around 20 hours. On the other hand, 3T lost 6% of 3400 mAh battery, that is approximately 204 mAh, slightly more than iPhone 7 Plus. The screen on time is around 16.6 hours. Last but not the least, we have S8 Plus at 89%, 6%, that is 210 mAh is lost. Considering you have the biggest display with Quad HD Plus resolution, it's actually quite reasonable. The screen on time is around 16.6 hours, same as OnePlus 3T. Next, I wanna check YouTube playback in full screen, and this will be of around 30 minutes. Guys, I'm back, so let's quickly check the batteries. Let's start with S8 Plus, which is at 84%, that is 5% is lost in 30 minutes of YouTube playback, that is around 10 hours of continuous YouTube videos in full screen. That is really very impressive. On the other hand, iPhone 7 Plus is at 86%, again 7% is lost. At this rate, the YouTube playback time is around 7.14 hours. OnePlus 5 also lost 7% battery, that is 7.14 hours of video playback time, and if you consider the battery sizes, then the battery drain is of 231 mAh, which is actually more than 203 of iPhone 7 Plus. OnePlus 3T lost the maximum amount of power, 8%, that is 272 mAh, 6.25 hours of YouTube video playback is possible. So in this test, the winner is of course the Galaxy S8 Plus with just 5% battery drain, that is approximately 175 mAh. Now the next test will be very interesting. I will check the battery drain during videography. The video recording is set to 4K on all these devices. The video recording length will be of 10 minutes since it's the maximum limit for the OnePlus and the Samsung devices. So let's start the recording, and I will come back at 11:55 on the stopwatch. Guys, it's almost 10 minutes and it's 8 Plus, OnePlus 5 and also OnePlus 3T have stopped recording. So let's stop the iPhone 7 Plus and check the batteries. Let's start with OnePlus 5, which is at 77% of battery, that is 4% battery lost in 10 minutes of 4K recording. So at this rate, 4 hours and 10 minutes of 4K recording is possible with the OnePlus 5. On the other hand, S8 Plus is at 78%, 6% is lost, that is approximately 2 hours and 46 minutes of 4K recording. OnePlus 3T also lost 6%, that is 2 hours and 46 minutes of recording is possible, and iPhone 7 Plus also depleted 6% of its battery. So in this test, OnePlus 5 is the winner of course. The battery drain is just 132 mAh and the highest is on the S8 Plus, which is of 210 mAh. Now it's the most crucial part, the gaming test. So let's start with Asphalt 8. The time on the stopwatch is 11 hours and 57 minutes. I will try this game for around 1 hour. So stay tuned. If you are really liking my effort, then don't forget to hit the like button and also do remember to share. Guys, 1 hour has passed, so let's check the batteries to get an idea about gameplay on all these smartphones here. So after 1 hour of Asphalt 8 gameplay, the scenario has changed completely. Now OnePlus 5 is leading with 64% battery, S8 Plus is now at 62, but OnePlus 3T and iPhone 7 Plus actually lost the most amount of battery. iPhone lost 19%, that is 5 hours and 15 minutes of gameplay is possible. 3T lost 18%, that is 5 hours and 33 minutes of Asphalt 8. S8 Plus drained from 78 to 62%, that is 16% is lost, 6 hours and 15 minutes of gameplay. OnePlus 5 lost just 13%, that is you can play Asphalt 8 for around 7 hours and 41 minutes with full charge. Considering the battery sizes, OnePlus 3T lost the maximum amount of battery. Next, let's try Pokemon Go. It's a battery demanding game, so let's see what happens. The time on the stopwatch is 13 hours. I will come back at 13:30. Guys, I'm back. Before I show you the battery status, let's quickly check the temperatures. Well, 3T is at 42 or 43 degrees Celsius at the front. S8 Plus is really very cool at 37 degrees Celsius. OnePlus 5 is again hotter at 41 degrees Celsius, so there is less heating compared to OnePlus 3T. On the other hand, iPhone 7 Plus is at 38 degrees Celsius, well 40 degree, which is actually very close to OnePlus 5. I need to mention here my air conditioner is running and the room temperature is around 22 or 23 degrees Celsius. So kudos to Samsung for the excellent heat management. I mean, after the Note 7 fiasco, they are really very serious this time. Guys, in this test, definitely S8 Plus is the winner. It lost just 6% battery. It's also in the leading position at 56%. At this rate, this game can be played for around 8 hours and 20 minutes. OnePlus 5 lost 9%, 5 hours and 33 minutes of gameplay. The battery drain on iPhone 7 Plus and OnePlus 3T is same 11%, and Pokemon Go can be played for around 4 hours and 32 minutes. On my previous test, I have seen Samsung devices like Galaxy S7 Edge I have tested handles Pokemon Go quite easily compared to others, so let's try few more games before we come to the conclusion. There I have Brothers in Arms 3. I will check this game for 1 hour and stay tuned. 1 hour has passed, so let's quickly check the batteries once again. As you can see guys, during gameplay the Samsung flagship here consumes much less battery compared to others. It lost 11%, that is 9 hours 5 minutes of gameplay. OnePlus 5 depleted 15% of its battery, that is 6 hours and 40 minutes of Brothers in Arms 3 gameplay. So despite having the biggest display and much higher resolution, the power management of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus is the best in its class. iPhone 7 Plus fell down from 50% to 26%, that is 24% battery is lost in just 1 hour, which is really sad. At this rate, the maximum amount of gameplay is 4 hours and 10 minutes. The scenario on the OnePlus 3T is also not good. It's at 19%, 19% battery is lost, 5 hours and 15 minutes of continuous gameplay possible. Considering the competition, it's actually not that good. Let's try a few more games before we find out the final winner. There we have Modern Combat 5. Well friends, 30 minutes have passed. Before I show you the battery levels, let's quickly check the temperatures. Well, OnePlus 3T is really very hot, now at 46 degrees Celsius. Let's check the back and it's more or less 44 degrees Celsius I think. So the heat management of the smartphone is not that good. It's definitely overheating. Well, it's 47 degrees Celsius in some places. Now let's check S8 Plus, which is at 38 degrees Celsius at the back. The front temperature is also the same, 38, well 39 degrees Celsius. So I will not say it's overheating, but it's definitely hot, which is quite normal actually. There we have OnePlus 5, 39 degree, well 40 degrees Celsius at the front. Not bad actually. 39 at the back, so very close to S8 Plus. So the heat management of this new OnePlus flagship is much better than its predecessor. There we have iPhone 7 Plus, and at the front the temperature is around 40 degrees Celsius. Well, 43 at the top, so not good actually. That's why the power management of this Apple smartphone is not as good as the Samsung or the OnePlus flagships. As expected, battery drain on iPhone 7 Plus and OnePlus 3T is very high. iPhone 7 Plus lost 14%, OnePlus 3T 13%, and don't forget that the game Modern Combat 5 was on for just 30 minutes. So this game can be played on the iPhone for just 3 hours and 34 minutes, 3 hours and 50 minutes on the OnePlus 3T. Whereas both OnePlus 5 and S8 Plus lost just 6%, 8 hours and 20 minutes of continuous gameplay is possible, so that's really impressive. Unlike the previous games, this time OnePlus 5 and S8 Plus lost the same amount of battery, but don't forget that S8 Plus has a bigger battery. So though it's a draw considering the smaller battery, we can say OnePlus 5 was really very impressive. Let's launch Subway Surfers. I will come back when OnePlus 3T dies. Guys, just after 10 minutes OnePlus 3T gave up, it's shutting down, so let's quickly check the battery status of the rest of the devices. Firstly, let's have a quick look at the OnePlus 5, which is at 31%. So despite having a smaller battery, we have much better battery backup from the OnePlus 5, and S8 Plus is at 37%. iPhone 7 Plus is also about to die, now at 9%. I started off this game at 59, so let's complete the cycle. It's 15:39, so let's see what happened. Well, OnePlus 5 lost 7%, that is 7 hours and 8 minutes of gameplay. S8 Plus lost 6%, 8 hours and 20 minutes. On the iPhone 7 Plus, the battery depleted from 12 to 3%, so 5 hours and 33 minutes of gaming is possible. Now let's launch Temple Run 2 and wait for iPhone 7 Plus to die. Guys, I'm actually somewhat impressed. With just 3% battery left, iPhone 7 Plus actually lasted 10 more minutes. The battery status on the OnePlus 5 is 24% and 31% on the S8 Plus. I will come back at 16:11. Well, both devices lost 6% in half an hour, so you can play Temple Run 2 for around 8 hours and 20 minutes with a full charge. Let's relaunch Asphalt 8 and I will come back when any of these devices dies. Guys, exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes have passed. Both devices are still alive, but we know which device is going to win this test. It's Galaxy S8 Plus without any doubt. OnePlus 5 is about to die and you still have 3% battery left on the S8 Plus. So kudos to Samsung for this amazing smartphone, but we should mention here that OnePlus 5 is also very close, just 2% difference, and in most of the apps and games OnePlus 5 actually beats this S8 Plus, except for few games like Pokemon Go where OnePlus 5 lost 5% more battery than S8 Plus. So if I didn't play the game, then the result could have been different, but overall S8 Plus is the winner, and there are some very impressive battery saving techniques which are not available on the OnePlus flagship. S8 Plus is the best phone of 2017 till date, but don't forget that the price of OnePlus 5 is almost half. You can buy two OnePlus 5 devices with the price of S8 Plus, so OnePlus 5 is of course more value for money. That's all in this very long video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I'm stuck with this video for around 18 hours. If you think my effort was helpful, then please consider sharing this review. That's all in this video. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Shukesh signing off. Have a nice day.